everyone, Mack here from Koenig Equipment. Today we're going to talk about Ventrac, a product I really like to talk about. It's a lot of fun, can do a lot with it. Today we have a 4520N tractor here with us. This is a 3-cylinder Kubota gas engine. It's electronically fuel injected. If you're familiar with Ventrac's engine lineups from the past or just now getting to know them, the 4520Z was the predecessor model. Same engine block, but it was carbureted. Gone EFI, give us a little bit more fuel efficiency while still maintaining that 32.5 engine horsepower and increased torque over the diesel and the Kawasaki engine. So we're going to jump into kind of the features that we have on this unit, what they can do, what more we can do with it. This is a rather general setup that we see on a lot of pieces that we sell, aside from maybe the canopy, but this one is a setup with duals on it. This allows us to operate at a 25-degree slope up to 30 degrees, given the right piece of equipment on the front and correct air pressure in the tires. That's really where these excel, is on hills. This does have the standard 2 hydraulic remotes on the front. We've added a 12-volt kit on the front as well. 12-volt kits are available front and rear. They just offset to the side. If you have the dual set of hydraulics on top of the standard, you would have the 4-block with the 12-volt on it as well. So just depending on what you guys look at or what you see, we can set that up to go with whatever type of implement or piece of equipment you're wanting to run. We can do that all after a factory purchase. The nice thing about Ventrac is they're always changing, always updating. They just launched a new loader, the KM500, that requires quite a bit of hydraulic setup in terms of having 4 remotes. If you need the third function and a 12-volt, we have a model now coming from them that is all that loader ready, is what we would kind of call it, from the factory. So that's something to keep in mind. If you guys are ever looking that route, we can get that from the factory set up ready to go and get you in the seat a little bit sooner. Those of you guys that are familiar with Ventrac, you know the duals spin off. For those of you that aren't, I'll kind of just go over base with that real quick. So this is the dual setup on the Ventrac. The nice thing about these is that this is just a lock-in spin-in hub that is torqued down. So if you're in the field, you can take this inner tire here and drive over like a 2x4 just to get this tire off the ground. Take a wrench or a socket and break this hub loose and spin that dual completely off to make it ready for the field, whether you're loading onto a trailer that maybe is a little bit more narrow, or you just need to get into an area where this might be a little bit wide. The benefit of the duals outside of slope rating is ground pressure. That's where these also excel, is with the flex frame and the duals. You're keeping the ground pressure light. Anywhere 6 to 8 pounds of pressure is really a good way to put it. And with that flex frame, that pressure is staying consistent as you go on a slope and your terrain changes over, say, a tracked machine or a mower that is a rigid frame. The pressure stays consistent. You're all-wheel drive all the time, ready to go. As we come up to the front here, we can kind of come to the staple of the front end of the 4520. We've gone to LED lights on those. They're super bright, really great for working, all adjustable at different angles. Really good at helping you get implements put on here on Ventrac's hookup system here. We do have the PTO clutch release. This is to get the belts in and out for attachments. If you guys aren't familiar with that, quick release in and out, easy to set up. Now, as we're looking at the overall of this machine on top of the 12-volt and the duals, another thing that we've done with this one is we've put the optional canopy on it. Provides a great amount of shade. It's very durable, very rigid, easy to trailer actually. This is designed to be trailered as you would pull onto the trailer as if you were normally driving it forward. You pull it on the trailer, trailer it even on the highway. It's very stable, no issues there. We've also added LED strobe lights on it here just because we move equipment around the store a lot, and for as we're out in some areas, helps us be seen a little bit more. We've also put LED work lights on the back here, which I'll go over with you guys, but that is all controlled here from the console. The standard equipment is front headlights, PTO clutch. We've added, like I said, the rear work lights and the strobes. We've also added a horn, which kind of helps you be aware in areas where we're moving a lot of large equipment around the store, or even if you're a commercial customer and operator moving in and out of tight spaces, is the best way to kind of have that feature. Standard SDA L levers from Ventrac. This red switch here is set up to operate the 12-volt kit on the front. So if you don't have that, you won't see this setup. Otherwise, this is what you would see on a 12-volt kit. We've also ordered this unit with the optional 3-point hitch. The nice thing about this is we can do this from the factory from Ventrac, or we can do it as an aftermarket install. Whether you're ordering a Ventrac from us, you already own one and want a 3-point, this can be put on after the fact. So with that, you get the controls for your 3-point up and down. as well as for the rear remotes, saying whether you're running a adjustable top angle cylinder for a ballpark groomer, or if you've got a power bucket on the back and you need to use it like you're on the front. That's what this allows us to do here. The cooling fan on the back here has changed a little bit from previous models. It used to be a reversing fan. That is no longer the setup, as that was blowing heat onto the operator, and we saw some questions there. But as we come around to the back of the machine here, we'll get to that 3-point that I just mentioned. So the 3-point from the factory does not come with what my hand is on here. This is a 3-in-1 hitch. It's probably one of the most useful attachments or accessories that you can get if you're running multiple attachments. It's something we put on almost all of our demo units, because what this does is it duplicates the front hitch system on the Ventrac. This allows us to have, our best example is we would run a tough cut on the front, hook onto the finish deck on the back, trailer both of them to a site, take the Ventrac both decks off, drop the deck we're not using next to the trailer, go do our tough cut, come back, drop the tough cut on the trailer and get off and hook onto the finish deck. Or if you need to leave both of them on because you're driving somewhere from where you can't get your trailer to, or you're moving another piece of equipment, if you got the ballpark groomer on the, or the renovator on the front, you can put a power bucket on the back to get to a site where you need to pick up material afterwards if you're done. It also moves your trailer style hitch to a higher level. So if you're moving different implements or other things around your site that you need to have a little bit higher point to, it also makes it a little bit easier to load certain implements if you've got a low clearance on it. So we've also added a toolbox here to this demo unit, just to kind of display the versatility of it. It's something some people have asked for as a way to store tools, or even just to have extra storage while you're on the Ventrac. Aside from the operator station having a cup holder, there's not a lot of nooks up there to store anything else that you're carrying with you. So we've got a toolbox on here. It's held on by a bungee. You can take off, move it around as needed. And we've also got the rear work lights on it that I mentioned. This is set up at a basic angle. These can be adjusted pretty easily and controlled from the operator station. While we're up here on the back of the canopy, I'd also like to note that if you guys go online or see, this can have an optional fan kit that goes right up here on the top of the canopy, and is adjustable in the several different positions for the operator to take different sets of airflow. I've ran them with them before. They're great, especially on hot days. Again, the whole idea of this machine is versatility. We've got around 30 different attachments for these. Most of them are going to be operated on the front, except for the ballpark setup on the back, where if you've got a 3-in-1 and you want to run different attachments, we can do anything from rough cut or tough cut, as they call it. Finished decks anywhere from 60-inch out to 95-inch rear discharge finished decks. We've got power buckets, loaders, boom mowers, stump grinders. They're all great pieces of attachment. So please stop by, come ask us questions. We love to talk about these and go over with you guys, find the great fit for them, whether it's residential property management, commercial use, municipality use, or if you're just in the store and want to know more about them, come say hi at one of our 15 locations. Thanks, guys.